Who is our first guest?
Our first guest, Haley, are members of the Jefferson High School Cougar Band under the direction of Mr. J.P. Lynch. From Jefferson High School, please welcome members of the Jefferson High School Cougar Band.
Yeah. You know, since you've been at Jefferson High School, the Cougar Band has developed into a championship band in a number of areas. Let's start with the marching band. Tell us about this year's band.
Well, this year's band is really special to me. We're doing the show Wicked that's currently on Broadway, and Dr. Gary Gilroy himself has arranged the show for us, specifically for us. And what's really special about it is he liked the arrangement so much that his band at Fresno State is doing it this month.
Nice.
Same arrangement, same everything. So that's really special to us.
Cool. So you perform this at competitions. Are there a few coming up?
We just did the Washington competition this week, and this Saturday we'll be at Musselman.
We will too. Washington High School Band.
Awesome.
Drumline are a major part of making a band. What is the process for building a good drumline?
Well, first, we do have extensive tryouts for the drum line, but it comes down to talent and skill and the pride that comes with that. Those folks work really hard at what they do. The drum shows you see, they come up with the drum shows themselves. So the students themselves are excited about it. They take a lot of pride in it. They work at it. And so when we're looking at the tryouts, we're looking at who's motivated as well as talented.
Is this throughout the whole band as well, not just the drumline, but every student? Are you guys excited to perform?
Absolutely. Performing, it gives me such a rush, and it's probably one of my favorite things to do right now. I love it.
That sounds so cool. Before we go on to the concert band, we have a clip. This is the final 1.5 minutes of this year's show, and was recorded earlier this season, almost a month ago, I presume. Let's take a look. That was some pretty elaborate marching right there. How much time and effort does it take for that?
A lot. many hours. We start in July. We do a full week of camp at Camp Frame, just like Washington does. And then we have 2 to 3 practices after school until we can do the whole show. And then we do cut back drastically on after-school practices after that. That's been the key to the size of the band, trying to limit how much time we spend after school so that soccer players, dance members, choir members. We even have a football player in the band. We have several cheerleaders. So we do try to limit the time. But up until we can do the entire show, it does take quite a bit of time to get that on the field.
It looks amazing and it sounds great.
Thank you.
For several concert seasons, the Jefferson Wind Ensemble has been the West Virginia State Honor Band. Tell us about those experiences.
Well, they've been incredible to me. I use those to motivate the students to do major literature, so that if we apply and we don't get, if we're not named honor band, the worst that can happen is we're playing great literature, major works. We've been fortunate enough the last 3 times we've applied that the kids have been named the honor group, and we get a special concert out of that, and that's always a great memory. And it's always a great memory to perform these big pieces that we've gotten to play.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah? What about this year?
Well, this year we're ineligible. The Music Educators Conference, if you are named honor group one year, you are not eligible the next. And that is to give conference goers another group to watch. Because it's not just about the groups who perform at the conference, it's also about the music educators who go to the conference. They want to see another group. So we won't be eligible until another school year.
So if you guys were auditioning, what type of audition music would you choose?
Well, I keep that a little secret. That's
Touche. It's fun though.
no,
Presume.
it's fun.
Music's always fun.
I definitely have a source for the pieces I've been picking.
Hush hush though.
Yeah.
Well, is the whereabouts of the music conference hush hush?
Oh no, that's in Charleston, West Virginia.
That's a long drive.
Well, Washington High School and Jefferson High School, we're the 2 farthest schools from Charleston.
Yeah.
So we're closer to New York City, as I always say. So it is a long trip for us.
How do you handle concert band performances? Because as I was watching the video, I realized you guys have a huge band.
Well, first of all, we're fortunate enough to have Mrs. Elliott, our assistant, so that we can split the 172 students that we have in the marching band. We can split those numbers up into 2 separate ensembles. So we have a concert band that Mrs. Elliott teaches, and then I teach the symphonic band.
What decides what splits those up?
We have an audition, which we just had our auditions, and we posted the results today. So,
Excellent. What are upcoming musical events for this year?
well, we have Musselman on Saturday. We perform at 9 o'clock there. We have the Washington Jefferson game, which is always something that we look forward to, and that'll be the first time that we get to see the show at Washington, because it seems like every time we perform at a competition, they are maybe 1 or 2 bands away from us, and the kids are really bummed about it because they would like to see the.
It's the same for Washington's band. We're always like, they're going right after us, but we have to change. Can't we see them?
Exactly.
But every time we go to the Washington Jefferson game, we're like, we get to see them. They get to see us. Yes.
Right. So yeah, that's a big game for us, just because of the football rivalry, but then the bands get to see each other, so that's always nice.
It's always fun.
And then the big performance this year is we were invited to the Cherry Blossom Parade in April.
Nice.
So that's something we're looking forward to, which it'll be televised in front of 1 million people. So that's we're
No pressure.
excited about it.
It's nothing. Our last question. Would you share your thoughts on the importance of music instruction in public schools?
Well, of course I'm going to be a big advocate because I'm a musician.
What?
There's a lot of research out there about how it affects the left brain and where core subjects are with the right brain. That's a big reason. We want to educate the whole person. And so when you're educating someone in music, you're stimulating that left brain activity. But the two other reasons that I feel are equally as important is, first of all, you get to work with a lot of people. And I don't think we do that enough. We do it some in public schools, but this is something when you're performing in front of a lot of people, you have to get 172 people on the same page. It's like working for a big company. So it's a massive group project. And three, if you ask the normal person on the street what they fear most, it's not death, it's speaking in public. We're performing in front of thousands of people every week. Now, we may not be speaking, but learning to perform at a high level in front of thousands of people will go a long way to your success in life, no matter what you choose to do.
It's very true, and I feel band as a big group brings students together so that you have a friend.
It does.
Always. And that's always fun to have. And we'll end with that because who doesn't love friends?
That's right. That's right.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. We hope that you can come again and possibly allow a soloist or a small ensemble to perform in the future.
Great. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. JP Lynch and the Jefferson High School Band, everyone.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration,
absorb
a
what
tool,
people are giving you.
not an obstacle.
It's a-
I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn on the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Find me one.
What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
Little tadpoles, frogs, spiders, this is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Our next guest is Joyce Fisher, the Jefferson County Schools Service Person of the Year for 2015. Her home school is Wright Denny Intermediate School. Please give it up for Joyce Fisher.
Problems they're having. I'm working with the kids in the lab. I have fourth graders in the morning, and they're working on a variety of projects. Some of them are paired up with another country at this time doing a Finish My Story project. And it's really interesting. They start 15 lines of a story, and then they leave it, and they're paired with another student from Peru who will answer the rest of the story. And then they have to take that student's first 15 sentences and make that into a story. So they're doing a Finish My Story project. And that's the fourth graders. And then Mr. Mahoney's classroom, he's doing a coding project. And they're learning how to program Flappy Birds. And it's really exciting. It doesn't save until they get to the very last level. And I didn't know that. And so 2 of the students finished, and they were so excited that they wanted to print the code, and it wouldn't print. Well, the only other option was Facebook or Twitter. And they can't do that. Or send it to someone's cell phone. So I now have 2 Flappy Bird games on my cell phone, and I wrote down their code once it came so that they could take it home and share it with the family.
That sounds like a lot of technology is being used.
Oh yes, the
So,
students use a lot of technology.
What sort of technology goes on at that level?
At that level, they have they have laptops. We have 2 labs, and they have a laptop lab, another lab with just PCs, and then they also have their Mac. They use their iPads.
Wow.
So, and yes, and they also have emails. Yes. And they're learning how to save to the cloud at that age.
I'm lucky if I have an email now, which I do. Just throwing that out there. Now, I understand that your son, Matt, attended class in this room. What was going on in this room at that time?
That green wall over there was not there. We were getting volunteers to paint the green wall, and there were many, many Macs over there, and they were working on just the website at the time. I believe they were about to start filming, and so that was the beginning of this project, and it's come a long, long way. It looks great.
Speaking of the past, we know each other from Charlestown Middle School.
We do, yes, we do.
You now work at Wright Denny. Is there a difference between middle school and elementary school, teaching-wise, other than age?
Definitely. When I was at Charlestown, I used to kid a lot, and I used to say, we have the tadpoles. They're in between the stage. Not that they look like a tadpole, but they're in between.
I don't know.
They're no longer an egg. They're transitioning to become an adult. And the difference I see in the kids is the same difference I had as an adolescent. I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself. I really worried what other people thought of me and didn't want to not fit in. And the same thing, and that's that transitional period.
And now we high schoolers are overly confident. If you had an educational message for students, parents, or educators, what might it be?
Chin up. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. If you didn't make mistakes, we would not have a job. So it's important we all make mistakes. It's part of life. It's part of learning. And that's what I'd say.
Who makes mistakes? We teenagers know everything. Okay, everyone. Joyce Fisher. And we'll be right back. Why don't you guys hit it? Parents or educators, what might it be?
Chin up. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. If you didn't make mistakes, we would not have a job. So it's important we all make mistakes. It's part of life. It's part of learning. And that's what I'd say.
Who makes mistakes? We teenagers know everything. Okay, everyone. Joyce Fisher. And we'll be right back. Why don't you guys hit it?
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music, playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against the wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Okay, welcome back to Mascot Roundup, where we recognize Jefferson County school students and staff for doing great things, or just being great. Speaking of students, Ian Calhoun, get out here. So, you were recently recognized with the Spirit of Jefferson Award from the Superintendent and Board of Education. Tell us about the groups that you are involved in.
Well, before I start, I'd like to give applause to the band, because you guys rock. I know I'm a little biased, but
He's part of the band, everyone.
but what groups do I participate in? Well, first of all, here at the school, I like to be involved with all the music programs, or all the music program in general. I'm in the concert band, the wind ensemble this year. I guess we tried out for that. The wind ensemble. Marching band, I play sousaphone and marching band. Interesting instrument, to say the least. I'm also in chamber choir here. I just started doing that this year, and it's a very interesting experience. But outside of school, I've been doing, I've gone to New York to participate in an honor band there that performed at Carnegie Hall. And I made All-State a few times. That was a lot of fun. Bass trombone and tenor trombone.
So, you sing. Let's go back to that.
I knew you were going to ask that. Yes,
Who
I
in
do
the
sing.
audience wants to hear him sing?
I don't know. As a bass 2 singer, there aren't many bass 2 solos. Do you have a video by any chance?
We do. It would be better if you sang live, but we have a clip. So let's roll it.
Wow, wow.
I love that performance. I miss that so much.
You nailed it. That
Oh my gosh.
choreography was on point.
I was really stressed out when we were learning it because I have tremendous respect for the show choir at any school. After singing Walk Like a Man, because I thought, well, show choir, I mean, it's dancing and singing. I thought the choreography shouldn't be too hard. And then I learned the choreography to that. That's relatively simple. If any of you are in show choir, you know that's relatively simple. And I was exhausted. I was completely exhausted after just an hour of practicing that. And now I have tremendous respect for show choir. Tremendous respect.
Don't we all? Thank you for coming up here. Now, get back there and play trombone.
All right. Thanks, Nate.
Hello, I'm here to talk to you today about the excess levy for Jefferson County Schools. Jefferson County residents vote on the excess levy every 5 years. It's important to note that 100% of this excess levy tax stays here in Jefferson County for our children. The excess levy funds things like extracurricular activities, academics, athletics, and the arts. This levy has continued community support for 68 consecutive years. Currently, the excess levy funds 22% of the total Jefferson County Schools budget. If you would like more information on the levy, please go to our Jefferson County Schools website. Thank you very much for your time, and we appreciate your support of Jefferson County Schools.
Our next guest is Ms. Krista Crawford, dance instructor at Jefferson High School, and some veteran members of the Jefferson Charisma Dance Ensemble. From Jefferson High School, please welcome Ms. Krista Crawford and the Charisma Dance Ensemble.
So, welcome. This is our show. You were sitting in seats. Let's go. You guys are quite busy throughout the year, right? Give us a quick rundown of some of the events that you show up at.
Well, this year already we've been to the Frederick Phenomenon, and that's a huge fundraiser for the Patty Pilates Fund. And we hang out in their Kids Land all day and dance with the kids. And we performed at the Third Thursday event in Charlestown. And we performed at 2 football games already and our show at Pep Rally.
You guys perform a lot.
Yeah.
Must be good. What about this year? Like, that was all this year? Like,
yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. What out-of-school engagements do you have lined up for this year?
This year we're going to the National High School Dance Festival, and that's in Pittsburgh, and that's, I think, in March. And we're also going to Arts Alive, and that's a huge showcase of the arts that it happens in Charlestown, or Charleston, not Charlestown. And that's in April, and so we've been to that for the past 4 years, and we're very excited to go back to that again.
Nice. So we have a clip of you guys dancing, so let's watch it, and then we'll ask you about it. knew what you did next. Wow. Where was that you guys performed at?
Our pep rally.
Awesome. Yeah. So you guys already had your pep rally?
Mm-hmm.
Do you already have your homecoming as well?
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago, I think. Is it? Yeah.
Nice. We have ours in a few weeks. I have a backup. Okay, you guys have classes at Jefferson High School, and you guys offer a variety of study and styles. What can, like, someone who wants to be in those classes expect from the dance curriculum at Jefferson High School?
Sure. Well, currently I teach 2 Dance 1 classes, a Dance 2, a Dance 3, a Dance 4, and also Charisma class. So I teach a full schedule. Most of the classes have about 12 to 20 students in them. And a student that signs up for dance can expect to learn dance history and technique, basic technique, and a bunch of different styles, starting with cultural, social dance, modern dance, ballet, jazz, tap, and hip hop. So they're going to get a little taste of everything. They also learn about composition and choreography, and they get to create their own dance as a class and then perform it for our dance concert in April. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun.
Nice. You have your hands full.
Yeah. My largest class this year is 20, which is packed in my studio.
Nice. So, in addition to inside recitals that you have, like, during pep rallies, as we just saw, you have outside recitals, correct?
We actually have 2 major performances every year, one of which being our showcase, which is scheduled for November 8th at 6 p.m. if anybody wants to come out in our auditorium at Jefferson. And then we have our annual spring dance concert, which is scheduled for April 10th this year, also at 6 p.m. in our auditorium.
And all the dance classes Charisma performs. All the dance classes have worked on dances, and they actually get to perform them for their parents or friends. And it's a really cool event.
Nice. Hear that, guys? Mark your calendars. What are your views about dance, music, and movement as part of the educational curriculum and process?
It's kind of the same question as JP, and I was like, he's going to take my answer, I know it. But he didn't. I really think that the performing arts, which includes vocal music, instrumental music, dance, and theater, and just arts in general, I think are vital to education. It not only keeps students in school and keeps them engaged, but they think critically and creatively. They have to in order to participate in those classes. They have to collaborate and work with others. They have to work with others that they don't like sometimes, and that's a great thing to learn now because they're going to need that in the real world when they get a job. They also have to think critically, and those things are what employers in the 21st century are looking for. So the arts are preparing students for the real world, and they're doing things in the real world right where they are in their arts classes. So I think it's really important and vital.
Nice. So, what do you guys think about the music and dance as a part of schools in Jefferson County? Like, do you enjoy it?
I do. I would probably not enjoy going to school a lot more if we didn't have it. I remember like the first day of my freshman year, the only thing I was looking forward to was dance, like going to my dance class, and I really enjoy music, and I think I can speak for most people I know, especially the dance team. We just love music. We love being a part of music, and the arts department really supports each other too, and I think that's really nice. We're really lucky in Jefferson County because we have a community that is so art supportive, that we have some of the best music, dance, theater programs in the entire state in this county. So we're really lucky that we have that.
We are. Very, very lucky. Mm-hmm. So thank you guys for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I believe we have another clip, is that correct?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
I think I sent 2.
Yeah? Okay, well, let's take a view of that one.
All right.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Jill, who's our next guest?
Our next guest is from Washington High School. They are known as completers in the Microsoft Office IT Academy and will be furthering their certifications later this year. Please welcome Allison Schwartz and Maddie Landmesser from the Washington High School Business Department.
So, Tell us what it means.
Well, IT Academy.
Sorry.
All right.
It says that you have completed certifications in some Microsoft applications.
Yes.
What are they?
We're both certified in Word.
Word.
Like Microsoft.
What does it mean to be certified?
It's a real world certification, so jobs look for it, and at the school it's free, so that's a plus.
Everything's great when it's free. Let's be real. So you said jobs look for it, so it's good to have
on your resume.
Yeah.
Because it's like a certification that people pay to have, and you can get it here.
Free. Underlined. There are obviously steps a student must take before testing for certification. Let's say one of our techies in the back wanted to become certified. What would they do to start?
There are numerous ways to get certified, and in class, Miss Moreland, one of the teachers, does demos as well as geometrics, and what else is there? MOAC, which is like an online book that we do,
And
like
then,
step
like,
by
our
step.
normal book.
So there's multiple steps.
Yeah, and first you'd sign up for the class, which is Business Computer Applications 1, and then if you want to keep going, you would take the second class.
And then in BCA 1 you do Word and Excel, and then in BCA 2 you do Access and PowerPoint.
Nice. How many Microsoft products offer certifications through the Academy?
Well, it's 4. So it's Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Access. And you can get certified in Outlook, but we don't do that.
And for those that don't know, taking them one at a time, what do each of these applications do, starting with Word?
Word is a word processing system. Excel is a spreadsheet.
Access is more like a database system.
PowerPoint is a slideshow.
Making presentations.
Yeah.
So they're all really, really handy.
Yeah,
Yes.
good
So-
for the real world jobs and to know how to do it.
As well as in school for a class.
So we happen to have a video about the Academy that was produced last year, and I think we'll explain a few things more about the program.
IT Academy is really a combined effort between the state of West Virginia and Microsoft Corporation, and they're gearing up to bridge the gap between education and technology. They're giving students the opportunity to get up-to-date computer skills, get certified with those skills through Microsoft, all in their own home high school. The benefit of the program is really tremendous for students. One, it's a free way to certify. Students in the past who were given the opportunity to obtain industry-level certification had to pay to get those tests taken, and it's quite expensive to pay to take each test in Word, in Excel, in PowerPoint, etc. Now, as a part of this program, the students get the training in their high school class for free, and then at the end of the class, they are given the opportunity to test for free. So at no cost to the student, they can take and pass that industry-level certification before they graduate high school, and it gives them that extra credential for resumes, for job seeking, etc. It's a really good deal for students.
I took it because later on in life, I really do want to pursue a business career, and it will help me further in the future, especially when I show that on a resume. It'll help me get hired, it'll help me improve myself, and it'll help me teach others later on in life how to use the program and how to help them with things when they're a little lost. I thought that the tests themselves were really good, they were really thorough, and they definitely do further your understanding of the program. And the classes and the IT Academy and everything that we've gone through and studied has helped us greatly to understand Microsoft as a whole. Resources were well provided. I think that because we had so much so much access to like Geometrics and the IT Academy and even the book. It really, you learned a little bit from every program. Like with the book, you got a great understanding of how to use it. With the IT Academy, you got to apply and test yourself. And with Geometrics, you really got to see what you know, go back, review, and try again. I think that's one of the reasons it's like I've flourished so well in this class.
Okay. At first, my outlook of it was kind of poor. I didn't really enjoy watching videos, but they were very helpful, especially with the presenters. The presenters, especially for PowerPoint that we've been through so far, he was very particular about bringing up different events and situations that could occur and bringing up examples to work with those. So it's been good, but I didn't like it at the start. I know that I would definitely like to work office into my job, at whether it be at anywhere really, whether it be at like a guitar shop or like a grocery store, just being able to print flyers or type up a letter to send out, mail out something. I think it would be really good. You give a presentation as well. It's hopefully just giving me material that I can use later on in and out of work.
As far as the student reception, it's been tremendous. The students have been really gung-ho about learning the software and trying to get ready to certify. And the minute we had the stations ready and the testing center ready to go, they were ready to sign up. And they've done a great job already. The students are passing the word core test with flying colors. They're excited about it. We have only been testing for a week. We have probably 8 students already certified, and one of those certified in 2 different programs already. So it just looks like, the sky's the limit at this point in terms of testing, as long as we can manage the testing schedule and location. I would say just delve in right away to the websites. There's a wealth of information on the IT Academy website. Watching the webinars was extremely helpful. We watched a couple of webinars, we went to a couple of trainings, and each piece has helped along the way, but I think the most helpful piece is just digging in there and playing with the stuff and trying it out on your own. I don't think it's a one-size-fits-all. I think it's one of those things we're going to have to just try it out next year and plug along and see what works best for the kids. I think they can learn from all 3 of those ways, the online, the video, the book. Certainly teacher is an important role, so I think we just have to figure out the combination of the pieces.
Our WHS IT Academy.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Our next guest is Mr. Jeremy Green, agricultural science teacher at Jefferson High School. He is accompanied by students and members of the Agricultural Science Department and FFA. From Jefferson High School, please welcome Mr. Jeremy Green and the Jefferson FFA.
So, we had Washington's FFA here, and they brought a dinosaur. And they said it was their mascot. And I was just wondering, do you guys have a mascot?
Yeah, we actually, our mascot is the penguin. So.
Okay. There was a story behind the T-Rex. Is there a story behind the penguin?
Well, with Washington, we've always had kind of a rivalry, and thinking back to it, I can't really, there's a story behind it, and it goes a long ways back, but
it's kind of like, since we had a rivalry with Washington, it's kind of like we were kind of ahead of them at a time, so, and we had penguins as our mascot, so they would say it was the power of the penguins, and actually it's our advisor's favorite animal, so that's why we've always kind of had them around.
Yeah. Who doesn't want a penguin around?
Right?
Honestly, I would love to having a penguin just waddle around in here.
because he kind of waddles around everywhere.
You should see him when we went to the aquarium in Kentucky. It was like a kid in a candy store.
Yes. So, other than that personal conflict, let's talk about the ag science. What can a student expect going into this?
Well, there's a different range of things that students can get out of the agricultural department at Jefferson. There's anywhere from ag mechanics to animal systems to food science. So there's a variety of things that they can take part in, and it's really for anybody.
So if you don't live on a farm, what do people do then? Like, what would a student who lives in a subdivision do in the ag science class?
Well, it's really not all cows, plows, and sows. We're leaders and achievers. We've got something for about everybody, and if you're ever wondering and you're bored, we can always find something for you to do. There's never going to be anybody told that they can't do anything, because we will always find something for them to do.
With myself, I don't live on a farm, so
me neither.
So the agriculture department actually gives you a different perspective and outlook on different things, and you also bring a lot to the table by having a different perspective and outlook as well.
So moving on to FFA, yeah. It's known for advancing student leadership skill. How is the leadership structure set up? Like, how are you guys leaders?
Well, we actually have an officer team within our chapter at Jefferson. So there's 7 students of us that are on the officer team, and we kind of plan and put together activities for our chapter to take part in. And we also get assistant officers, So they're there to help us and do anything that we need help with. And we actually just elected our assistant officers. So now there's a group of 14 students that kind of put everything together, and
helps much needed.
So who all elects the officers? Like the whole FFA just elects officers?
In a way. So our officer team, which is based of the first 7 students, they get elected about a couple weeks before our annual banquet. They are called the nominating committee, and they are made up of senior members who then will select who they think will be the best in which office. And that's, you have to fill out an application and you go through an interview process. So then after that, at our final chapter meeting, the members get ballots and they vote whether they agree with the nominating committee or whether they disagree, and they can make changes at the bottom.
And then when it comes to the assistants, the officer team that was elected, we go through an interview process with them, and we kind of place the people where they would fit best.
So you guys have a lot of officers and assistant officers.
Yes.
That leads me to believe that you guys are busy all year, and you guys must travel quite a bit.
Yes.
All the time.
Tell us about some of the service projects that your FFA chapter is involved in and travel places. Why?
All right, well, one of our service projects that we actually did recently last spring was our color run, and it was our first time doing that. We picked an organization to donate all the money that we raised to, and we picked the Pets for Vets Foundation, which is an organization that finds pets and trains them to be service animals for veterans. So we ended up donating about $1,800 to that organization, and it was pretty awesome. So yeah. Another service project is we did Taps for Alex. Alex is a student at our school and in our agriculture department who was diagnosed with leukemia. So we collected tabs and we presented them to Alex and his mother, and they told us that they were donating 2/3 of the funds to the Ronald McDonald House and 1/3 for his hospital bills. So
nice. Can we get a round of applause for that? Other than the donations and the charity that you guys do, what sets the FFA organization apart from other youth organizations?
Well, like I said before, there's a wide range of activities to take part in. Students can choose which activities they would like to take part in. They don't have to, but there's always something going on, and there's different areas that they can be involved in, and it's just a great learning experience for them.
You guys match.
You should see us at our national convention. There's about 60. There's a lot of us.
Blue jackets everywhere.
Like 60,000 of us.
And that's coming up soon.
Everywhere.
Why? Where did these come from? Does someone just be like, hey, we should all twin? Or let's just all match and make everybody really confused. What's the story behind the jackets, like the history?
So this is official dress, and we wear it to all official FFA functions. You will see all the members in it when we go to national convention or state convention. Everybody should have a jacket and a black skirt or pants, and then you have your scarf and your white collared shirt. And you actually can get pins for winning competitions, and you can place them on your jacket to show everybody. And
well, you're only allowed 3 pins on your jacket: your highest degree, highest office, and highest award. So
just be like, hey, look at my pins.
Well, that's what we keep the inside for, so we can show everybody our pins.
I want to see some pins. What would I have to do if I or any student that is not in FFA would like to be in FFA?
Well, first off, to be enrolled in the FFA, you generally have to be in an agriculture class. And really, if you do that, once you take the class, you'll never really want to turn back, because we've had a lot of kids that said they were hesitant about taking the class, but ended up loving it and haven't been able to get rid of them yet. So
maybe it's just the matching jackets.
Yeah, I guess.
This year, our dues are $20, and what you get with that is you get a subscription to the National Magazine, and you get a chapter T-shirt.
Nice.
Also, to be a member, you also have to have an SAE, which is a supervised agricultural experience. And that's basically a project that you take on as an individual, and it can range from raising animals to showing them at the fair, to having your own garden, or to even being an employee at somewhere like Tractor Supply or Southern States, so something agriculturally based.
So share with our audience here your views about agricultural science and FFA as a part of the educational curriculum, like you guys are students.
Well, having FFA and agriculture classes in school, that's what I look forward to every day, and that's what keeps me going to school. It's a big part of my life, so it kind of motivates me to do well in school and to keep on going, because I always have my ag classes to look forward to. So,
and
like the band and the dance department said, we all work together. Like, I remember last year the band or the dance department needed a wheelbarrow for one of their dances.
I was in that dance, by the way.
So they had a wheelbarrow. So yeah, we all work pretty close together, and you can't really go far without seeing somebody you know, whether it's in school or countywide.
Or even statewide. We're actually, Jefferson-wise, we're a big family. And with being in the FFA, it teaches you a lot of leadership, communication, and team building skills, and it really prepares you for life. And I think that's something that I'd say that we're all really prepared for when we get out into the real world because of this great youth organization.
Right on. And with that, we haven't run out of time, but we have run out of guests. Thanks to our guests, Jill, the Garage Band, our technical crew, our audience, and you, our viewers. Mascot Roundup. I'm Haley Werner. Good night, everybody.